Right, live again, and it's after supper time. Our chicken's not done yet, so I figured, hey, we'll do a quick video. This, once more, going to promote. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification button. We've got some events coming up relatively soon. We've got some this weekend. In fact, my parents will be camping at Hills Fort in Greenville, Illinois. And we'll have some of our products there. I know there will be some horseshoe knives and railroad spike knives.
Raindrop.
Cheyenne's working on a
Check
dyed and stabilized mosasaur tooth, and she's going to be pairing that up with some raindrop Damascus.
I think that would look
very cool.
really nice.
September 27th, 28th. We'll also have representation down at Kinmundy Log Cabin Village. Well, actually, 20th and 21st, Elizabeth will be down there promoting Axon Main Forge Memory as well. And those are some of the reasons that I've been making all of these horseshoe knives and railroad spike knives, essentially for tourism, for the souvenir crowd, if you will. And wow, I cannot believe I don't have any viewers yet. That is interesting. However, Cheyenne is working on something interesting, and I'm going to clean up a couple more horseshoe knives, and then we'll go over and you guys can see what Cheyenne's doing. So most of this, these have been quenched and super quenched. So they've been forged, they've been rough ground, they've been quenched, and now I'm going to be cleaning these up a little bit. And I want to say it's been either 42 or 48 of these that I've done today, as well as probably 80 or 90 of the spikes. So, needless to say, I'm about ready to be done. Unfortunately, I haven't got any forging done today. I haven't got any heat treat done today. So tomorrow, when I get a couple hours, if I get a couple hours, I'm going to go through and we'll be doing some forging. I may get some heat treat done, and going to go from there. We will be having an auction on Facebook tomorrow night, about 7:30 Central Time, I believe. But Cheyenne will be working on some different types of handle material. And I know she's right now stockpiling, so to speak, a whole bunch of what kind of handle material? You've got burl, you've got hybrid, you've got resin, you've got just I know you've got a bunch of dyed and stabilized alligator,
Yes.
deer leg bone, a little bit of everything. And if you guys don't have anything going on a month from now, I mean literally October 17th, 18th, and a half day on the 19th at Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Sevierville, Tennessee. We'll be down there with several other of our friends from Forged in Fire and some of those other cool TV shows. And Cheyenne's going to have a lot of handle material down there, and I doubt she brings any of it back. So I've got my last 6. I'm looking forward to having these done. I really am. Something else I'm looking forward to is getting that chicken done, having some chicken and potatoes and maybe a beer with supper. All right. So, let's see. What? Oh, well, thank you. All right. Last one. Well, I've got my 6 to grind real quick. Cheyenne, do you have anything interesting going on?
I'm about to cut on this. I'm trying to think. I need a spacer material.
Here, why don't you talk to the camera while I grind these real quick?
What do you think? The blue, which would add about that much, which would be a slightly more.
I would actually go with the blue on that one.
Right, I have a thicker one too, which I can cut. That would actually be. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm gonna choose. So that. With guide and stabilize mosasaur too. So dinosaur, which the standard color, the clear-ish color, is just clear cactus juice resin. I haven't cleaned those up just yet because I know what those will look like. But that was an experimental piece. It was actually in the green, and it came out with the different mineralization of the actual fossil. I had to stabilize them because I have exploded 16 of these, and they're not something you want to explode. That's the blue. Makes me think kind of glad these went extinct, or those would be a force to reckon with. It's one of my favorite dinosaurs, and then I found out that I can actually stabilize the teeth. Turn them into handles and other cool crap. Where the actual piece was, I'm thinking I'm going to inset a gemstone cabochon into that. But the reason why you have to stabilize these is after they fossil, it's actually similar to sandstone, which can, while it explodes when you drill into it, you overheat it or any of that stuff. So, yeah. Kept going back and forth on that little pretty piece or the blue, but I think the blue would complement that very, very well. I think that's what I'll do. hold on. Let me grab a marker. Oh no. Hold on. There's a lot more. Now that I put too many options on the table, now I put myself in a little bit of a predicament because now I don't know. I think one of the blues or greens would be highly complimentary to it. Black's boring. That just would not compliment it at all. Red might go. That's boring. That's boring. This one glows in the dark. That might actually be kind of cool. We might save that for a different project. Justin, I put myself in a little bit of a predicament.
Okay.
I pulled out too many options.
Well, don't give yourself too many options.
I have 3 options. Gunmetal blue, sky blue, or the red.
Not the red.
Not the red? Okay.
It's going to look like a sour bright crawler. Yeah, the red.
I think it would make it look too
Candy.
touristy. There is that black and green one, but that might be a little muted with the greens and blues. I think that just, it wouldn't do either one justice. I don't think it would. That would mute it too much. I'm thinking the thicker one. It's the same color, and that would give me more handle material.
Well, you can do that.
Because that's the gunmetal blue. I think that mutes it too much. I think you're right with that one.
Gunmetal will go with that one.
Yeah. So I think the thicker one.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, I think the thicker one. Yeah. Okay, first choice was actually, I think, the best one. That would look pretty together, though. It's almost the same color. Always overcut on the material. Because you can always grind some off. But if you cut it too short, you can't put more back on. And if you do, you're a magician.
Or a welder.
Or a welder. I think they're just warlocks. All right, Dustin, I need to go in there to cut this. Do you want them to follow you while you do this?
No, I'm just making cardboard sheets right now.
Okay. Well, I'll take them in there with me then. It's gonna get dark. There we go. Mayheck guys had a little bit of visual stimulation from the lights as well. So there's that. Yeah. It's gotta be pretty. I guess my plan tonight is to see how different I can make you guys before the end of the video. Realize I'm using the wrong tool on. I need the flatten. by the Easter Push vlog. We're doing pretty good. Alrighty guys, we are going to go ahead and hop off here. I gotta go get my kiddos finished eating, and then we're gonna be heading down to bed. See you guys.